Coffee cup bird feeder. This is my version of a little cute bird feeder that kind of came from the idea of some of the coffee cups I make. First, we're going to make your cylinder and compress the clay, do what you would normally do to make a cup. It's real important just to compress. Then we're going to open it up. Make sure the bottom is compressed. We're going to compress the bottom. Then I just put my little swirl in the bottom. Now we're going to bring up the sides. I try to keep my cylinders in a volcano shape so we don't get too much looking like a bowl. And because it's going to be a bird feeder, I don't have to put a lot of effort into making it a perfect cup. But it does need to be a nice shape, whatever shape you choose. You want to make sure that you open up that mouth of the cup. It needs to be wide, and there's a good reason for that when we get further along. Compress the rim. Clean up the bottom. And here I'll make the last few finishing touches. So you want to let it dry a little bit, just so that you can start manipulating the top rim. You want to roll inward. We're going to roll down as you see. And I'm going to form little notches that represent the flower petal. And when you use the knife, you want to make sure it's clean, sharp, and you want to make sure that the clay is leather hard. It's a little bit wet here, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then I'm going to just turn up the cut portion so it looks a little bit organic. Same on the other side. Just kind of play with them the way it, so that it looks organic. It looks the way you want it to look. Whatever your flair. And that's the beginning. So now we have, it's leather dry, leather hard. And now I'm going to pull the handle and the perch. Get a nice consistent piece of clay. And when you do this, you don't want to pull too hard. You don't want too much friction. And my handles, I typically have a leaf motif. You'll see how I form that here in just a minute. You just want to press it into the cup, make sure it's adhered really well. I do some flourishes. Make sure it's straight, and go ahead and attach it. I support the cup, trying to find the best place for the handle. Another leaf. Just play with it. Clean it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a bird feeder. Just going to make sure that's attached right at the top. The perch, same thing. Go ahead and pull a little bit skinnier, like you're making a handle. It's going to be very similar to a handle, but it's not going to be centered completely. Again, remember this is supposed to look organic, whether it's a leaf or it's a vine or it's a flower. And here I needed a little bit more clay, so I just add it. And it's really like sculpting, so you just kind of add clay, take away clay until you get it to what you want it to look like. Then you're going to bring it over and you're going to attach the other portion, and you can either make it a leaf or make it look like it's growing out of the side. This one's going to be a leaf. Just kind of flatten the sharp edges. And all these little ins and outs on the leaf will hold the glazes. Remember this high fire piece, so the glazes are going to move a little bit. And there's the finished piece. And there's one that I've glazed.